This one's interesting as well. It doesn't actually fundamentally go anywhere interesting, but it's interesting in itself, simply because of the colour. Some of the houses on some of the Mews streets have a condition in the freehold, you know, that you have to keep the original colour of the house. You can't just move in and change the colour. But the reason that this is particularly interesting is the old Morgan Heritage Classic showroom is here. How about that? I bet there are no prices. One moment, let me have a look. Pretty sure there'll be no prices. This is a 1965 Lancia Flaminia. I'm not a car man, but I'm guessing that that car probably costs as much as some of the houses here. Fundamentally, actually looking at it. Wow, there's even better ones on the other side. Hold on. Imagine living here. In fact, this is the view out of your window, like sort of a car toy shop. It literally is a car toy shop with some spectacular vehicles. I mean, look at this. Goodness me, look at this. These vintage Aston Martins. This one's in a sort of a chocolatey brown. And next to it, look at that. Isn't that extraordinary? And then we get into the super high-end, like super high-end part of the showroom. Look at these cars. You know, I'm just sort of guessing, there's 6 or 7 back there. I'm guessing collectively all of the cars in the showroom, it goes quite far back. Some newer Aston Martins at the rear. There's a Ferrari at the bottom there, and another vintage Ferrari at the top. And this, we've got, I would guess, somewhere in the region of £7 to £10 million worth of cars here in the showroom. Crazy, isn't it? I'd have that one, in fact. Beautiful, beautiful red, almost slightly burgundy, vintage Aston Martin. I have no idea how much that would cost, but my goodness me. In fact, if you took this red Aston Martin, you could sell it and buy 5 of those Ferraris at the back, but trust me. This kind of vehicle, I often sort of mention this in some of the lives when we come across some very special cars. These vintage Aston Martins are the kind of vehicles that separate the billionaires from the millionaires. Yeah, lots and lots and lots and lots of money for these. It's a beautiful vehicle though, isn't it? It's an absolutely glorious vehicle. In fact, they're all glorious, but especially the red one. That would be, I think, choice number 1. If somebody gave me a choice. Although actually the orange one is rather nice as well. They all are. Anyway, so yeah, that's that. Very nice indeed. You know, these are the kind of curiosities that you find when you walk along the side streets. Mayfair, Kensington, anywhere in the Grosvenor estate in W1. You know, you get these incredible cars. That's where we are. So Kendrick Mews, everybody, is where the car showroom is. On the other side there's another one with something even more special and rare and spectacular than what we were just looking at. In fact, 2. Okay, this one. I'm going to be very quick here because the chap is sitting in the office at the back. You can just about see his head there. He might get a bit fussy. And more importantly, look at this. Look at that. It's an extraordinary, glorious, vintage Rolls-Royce. I'm not sure if it's a Flying Spur, which model it is, but you can't even begin to imagine that the prices. He's got a couple of others around the corner. I can't see which vehicles they are. I don't want to be super intrusive either because it's not fair. Look, but you get an idea. Look at the sort of things he has in the back. Extraordinary. That Rolls-Royce is probably ridiculously expensive. And again, those racing Aston Martins, this one, in fact, I don't know, I'm not an expert, but I would have thought, just by the positioning, in fact, it looks familiar for some reason as well. That one is probably mind-bogglingly expensive. So London City Walks just turned into London City Car Walks. Sorry everyone, I do get distracted, but those vehicles are beautiful.